welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing the new e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I've heard really good things about this concealer. So we're just gonna pop it out, put it on my face, and see what it looks like, see how it wears through the day. I picked up this concealer from Walgreens actually. I was gonna order it online, but I was in Walgreens and they had it there, so I was like, even better. So it says that this concealer is going to camouflage those pesky spots and under eye circles with this high coverage, crease resistant 16-hour wear concealer. Says to use the wand to apply concealer to desired areas, pat out gently with your finger or a sponge for a smooth blend. I bought the shade Fair Warm. They didn't have the full range of shades that they make at my Walgreens, but I know that they did do a pretty like extensive shade range for this collection, so that's cool. I went online to see, I didn't know if this was gonna be quite light enough for me for like the under eye area. Where's my Shape Tape? I wear the Shape Tape in the shade Porcelain Beige. So, I mean, comparing these two in the container, this one actually looks lighter, so it should be okay. The Fair range is like the lightest range that they make. But they did have a Fair, they had like the Fair Warm, and then they had a cool tone one. I think it was Fair Rosy, and then they had one that had neutral undertones to it. So I think if I were to pick one, I probably would have picked that one with neutral undertones, but I think this one's gonna be okay. It doesn't look overly yellow or anything. I really like the packaging. It has, I mean, it's in kind of like a squatty, thicker tube, so it kind of has like some Shape Tape vibes to it, and it does have a big doe foot wand on it. Let's get some foundation on my face first. I've already done my brows. I put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids today, not the e.l.f. one. And some mascara. My hair looks a little crazy today. I just washed it, and honestly, like, this hair takes so long to dry that I'm not gonna style it today. Like, sorry, this is who I am. I'm probably not gonna leave my house today, so. Okay, so I already have like all of my skincare on my skin. I moisturized probably like a couple hours ago, and then I put on a little bit of the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer just in this area. And then today I think we're gonna go in with like a beauty sponge to apply the concealer. I never really do a brush or a fingertip for my concealer. This is how I would apply my concealer, so we're just gonna stick with the sponge today. So first, let's do a little bit of foundation, and I'm actually gonna take this e.l.f. foundation as well. I just bought this the other day as well. I found this one at Walmart. And this one is actually really nice. I really like it. I think that it does oxidize a little bit throughout the day. For the most part, it's a pretty good match for me, which I was really surprised about. And it was only $6, so you really can't go wrong. One thing I will say though, is this foundation does have a scent to it, and I've only tried this foundation one time, and I think that it did, I feel like it made me break out. I mean, my skincare hasn't been super on point lately, I will say that, but I had like a few little zits up on my forehead here, and I never get zits there, and I still have one like kind of on my cheek here, and I never break out there either. If I'm going to break out, it's always on my chin. Sometimes on my nose, but like 90% of the time, it's going to be on my chin. So let's just slap this on really quickly. Okay, Okay, so that is the foundation on. As you can see, it is just kind of like, oh, I didn't even have foundation on that side. It's kind of like a medium coverage foundation, I would say. I think it's really pretty though. It has a satin finish to it. Last time I tried it, it seemed really long wearing on the skin. It didn't really crease at all. So just a little mini review of that. I mean, for $6, like, this is a good foundation off of my first impression. Anyway, so this is what we came here for, the concealer. So let's do a little dabble of this and see how it goes. I really like these big doe foot applicators. So I typically, when I'm putting on Shape Tape, I just do a little bit in these corners. This feels different than Shape Tape, like already going on. I'm gonna say it feels a little bit like goopier, but I mean, if she performs, I don't really care what it feels like. So let me get a mirror here. So I'm just taking a damp sponge and blending her out. And so like I always kind of concentrate that concealer like in that inner corner area, but then I still blend it out into a, oh, this is really light. This is real light. Into like a triangle shape, just to kind of highlight and brighten. This is nice. This color, oh my god, I feel like it looks like really bright on camera. Huh. I feel like that did a really good job of covering my dark circles. This shade may be a little, it's not, I don't know. I like a brighter under eye. I think it's looking like a little bit brighter with these lights too. But I mean, that has Shape Tape coverage, that's for sure. So I'm gonna just do a little bit on the tip of my nose and a little bit on my chin, and we're gonna blend that out. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even really, it's definitely a matte finish, which I do have dry skin, so that's not like an ideal finish for me. But I mean, even like with Shape Tape, that just makes it so much less likely to like crease on my under eye, I feel like. I'm gonna blend this out like that. There we go. Okay, so I mean, overall I would say that's pretty full coverage. I mean, it's not like, you can still see the slightest bit of my dark circle peeking through. Like, I don't know if you can even really see it, but you can see it's really not like creasing. I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm gonna finish putting on the rest of my makeup. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done doing my makeup. Obviously, like, really didn't do a whole lot today. Like I said, I don't really plan on going anywhere. So yeah, I just did this like really quick. I just put on a little bit of bronzer, highlight, blush, and I did set, sorry, I have an itch. I did set my under eyes and my chin area with just a little bit of setting powder. I just used the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the lightest shade that they make it in. So that added, I mean, a little tiny bit of coverage. I would say though, looking at this is definitely like Shape Tape coverage in my opinion. It's not really creasing or anything. So I mean, so far I think it's gonna be like pretty good concealer, like, or at least just my first impression just right now. Like, I really like this concealer, and it was very inexpensive. It was e.l.f. and it looks like you get, how much do you get in this? You get 0.203 fluid ounces in this, and in a Shape Tape, oh, you do get in this you get 6 milliliters, and then in a Shape Tape you get 10 milliliters. So you do get a little bit less than you would in a Shape Tape. I'm just kind of comparing the two because I think that they're really, like, this is supposed to be a dupe of this. So that's why I'm kind of talking about Shape Tape so much. So you do get a little bit less, but the e.l.f. was much more inexpensive. Actually, let me go get my receipt right now, and I will tell you how much it was. Okay, so the e.l.f. concealer was $5. That's so inexpensive. That's awesome. So yeah, so I'm going to wear this concealer for the rest of my day. I don't know when it's gonna end. I really don't think I'm gonna wear this concealer for 16 hours. I'm sorry, but we're gonna try it, and I will check in with you guys and update you and let you know what I think of this concealer. All right, guys, so it is now 10 o'clock at night. Well, it is 10:26 at night. I've had the I've had this concealer on for about 8.5 hours now. Full disclosure, after I filmed that first part of the video, things went downhill. I really wasn't feeling good. So I did take a nap with my makeup on. I think that that will have contributed to some of the wear of the concealer, but just kind of taking like a closer look at it, it held up really nice. Like, I mean, especially considering that I took a nap. It is coming off on my chin a little bit, but I think that was probably, and it's definitely coming off around my nose a little bit, but I think a lot of that too is just the foundation. I was blowing my nose earlier, so that's probably why, and I mean around my chin area I was sleeping, so I had blankets like pulled up around my face. So I think that and those, my nose and my chin tend to be like really my oily areas. Like, if makeup is going to break up on me, those are the two spots where that's going to happen. But looking at my under eyes, they look good, okay? They look real good. I have just a little tiny bit of creasing on this left eye more than the right eye. I don't know why that is, but yeah, just a little tiny bit of creasing. They still look nice and bright. The coverage is still there. So I would say overall, I mean, that's a really good concealer. It looks nice and matte still. It doesn't look super dry on my under eyes. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really nice concealer. I'll definitely, I think, be swapping this out for my Shape Tape. I use my Shape Tape a lot, like as an eye primer or to do like a cut crease or something like that. So I'm really excited to see how this concealer is going to perform doing that. But overall, I mean, my under eyes still look good for 8 hours and a nap. Like, I feel really good about that. So anyway, guys, I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. 16 Hour Wear Concealer. I would say if you have drier skin, make sure that you are hydrating your under eye area, definitely, because being a matte finish like this, things could get a little cakey, things could look a little dry in that area. But definitely just making sure that you're using a good eye cream before you put it on. Using a damp blending sponge really helps to kind of just blend that out a little bit and add some hydration into the skin. So this concealer is awesome. For $5, I would definitely recommend this product to anybody. Thank you guys so much for watching and following along. And I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.